What's up, everybody? It's Clifton Miles. I am the founder of Tone Crate and the co-owner of Stone Creek Sound Studios in San Antonio, Texas. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the AudioScape Engineering Classic DI box. I've spent quite a bit of time with this DI box, and I'm going to tell you guys all about what sets it apart. AudioScape, I believe, wanted to redefine your expectations of what a DI box is and what it can do. And I believe with this particular box, they've definitely hit a home run. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of the specific features of this DI box and some different applications that you can use for the DI box. For me, I record a lot of guitars, and I do a lot of acoustic guitars, vocals, drums, and things like that. And I've had a chance over the last few months to play around with this DI box in different applications and see exactly what its strengths and weaknesses are. For one, with recording guitars, it has been absolutely awesome. And I'm going to show you guys a little demo of what I mean when I'm recording guitars and how I've been able to use this and utilize the strengths of this DI box while recording guitars. So right here I have in my hand the classic DI box from AudioScape. And right away you're going to notice what sets this thing apart. Apart from the amazing design that they've done on this thing, it looks super cool sitting on the desk. It has a couple of knobs in the front. And what I'm going to do is explain to you what those knobs do. The biggest thing that sets this box apart is this load knob right here. You can see it turns left to right just like any knob. And what this knob does is it actually changes the shape of the tone. So now inside this box, which is a passive DI box, there is a custom transformer in here. And the transformer that's inside this box is the same transformer that AudioScape uses in their OPTO COMP, which is a really cool thing. It's a very high quality custom transformer. And so as you run sound through this, like you would any DI box, through the input, you take a through for just a clean, plain DI signal, unaffected, and you have an output around the back, which is our XLR input and an output. So this XLR output allows you access to what these two knobs do right here. So the load control, what it does, depending on which way you turn it, it affects the shape of the tone. And so depending on what you're going for, you can turn it all the way this way, or you can dial it at any point in this cycle to change the shape of the tone. And later on, I'm going to show you guys what this does on some guitar DI, so you can kind of get an exaggerated sense of what this does. Additionally to guitars, we've had some success using this on drum room mics with like ribbon microphones and things of that such. So it's not just a one-trick pony, a DI box for capturing a keyboard or a guitar or a bass or something like that. You can actually use this thing as a creative tool to shape a variety of different sources. And so just to go over the box itself and what all is in here, this box is point-to-point wired, which means that it's actually like handmade. It's not printed off of a pre-existing like PCB board. These are hand wired point to point, which means there's a human being putting these things together. They're made right here in the U.S. Out of Florida, and the quality of it, if you can see right here, is it's aluminum or something of that nature. It's beautiful. I mean, it looks really like a classic piece of gear. I enjoy the way it looks so much that I actually just leave it on my console when I'm not using it, because it just looks pretty cool. It reminds me of that old like Lexicon Reverb situation. I know it looks nothing like that, but that's why I like it. It kind of feels like that to me. So yeah. Right here, this next knob is the level knob. When you have this attenuation switch engaged, this will actually allow you to further attenuate or boost the signal if it's too loud. And then you have a ground switch over here if you're having grounding issues. Input, through, mic input, and output. That's very simple to understand, simple to use, and a beautiful piece of gear from AudioScape. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to do a little demo of the DI box in a way that is probably going to be the best way to show what a DI box does. It's actually quite difficult to do a demo of a DI box because really it's just taking a clean signal of whatever is happening. But because this DI box has this added feature of this load knob, it sort of allows you to use this in a way that you wouldn't use a conventional DI box. And so what we're going to do is we're going to show you what this load knob does. That's the point of this demo, because that's what sets this apart. And I'll also be able to show you the attenuation switch and the level control as well. So the best way I've thought to be able to show you just exactly what this DI box does is to run a clean guitar DI through this load box, through this DI box, and turn the load knob all the way down and then all the way up, so you can see exactly how it's shaping the tone and how it's affecting the signal. When you turn this load knob, you're getting some saturation, you're getting obviously a boost in signal of sorts, but it also is adding some low mid energy to the signal that isn't there before. It sort of plumps the signal in a really nice way. When it's all the way back, you're going to hear that the signal sounds a little like you have way more headroom. It's going to sound less saturated. It's going to sound less intense, for lack of a better word. So we're going to do is I'm going to strum through my guitar. I'm using an ESP LTD TE401, which is a mid-grade LTD guitar with a pair of EMGs. The EMGs are really cool for this demo because they're very hot, so you'll be able to hear even more so what these active pickups are doing into this passive DI box. So I'm going to start with the signal all the way up. I'm going to strum just a few chords here, and we're going to turn the knob back all the way, and so that way you guys can see exactly what's going on. All right, excuse my terrible guitar playing. I'm not the best guitar player in the world, but as you can see here, when you took the load knob all the way back, here's with it all the way up. Here's with it all the way down, same intensity. You have way more headroom here, so if the signal that you have is super hot, you can rely on this to get some of your some of that headroom back. But you'll also, if you listen beyond just the volume, you're going to notice the tone itself is getting a little bit more saturated. It's getting a little bit more in your face. So I'll show you that. So here's with it basically back and all the way up. That's pretty cool. So I want you to take a moment here to sort of visualize this with me. Imagine some ribbon microphones into the input, out of the output, and a ribbon microphone rather, and playing with this knob. That would be really cool. We've done it before. It is subtle, but it's something that you can have, in your arsenal. If say you have a room mic, a ribbon mic that's a little harsh, you can use this to sort of shape the tone and dial that back a little bit. So let me show you guys one more time. Now all the way back. It really starts to open up around this area right here. I'll show you. So that to me is where most of the change happens, and then from there it just gets I'd say about 10 to 15% different from here, with this being like the most intensity, most in your face. See that? That's about where it kind of stops changing sound, roughly in this area, and then from here to here it really kind of opens up when it's full tilt. So understanding how this box works is pretty important to getting the most out of it. So here's your ground switch, which I guess we're grounded right now, so that's not doing anything. And then right here, your level knob and your attenuation switch. When this is up like this, it's not doing any attenuation to the signal. If you're in a really loud room, and or you're recording a really hot signal, you can turn this attenuation switch down and it'll knock your signal down. So, and then from there, if it's still too hot, you can further attenuate with this level knob. This level knob, by my understanding, only works with this switch down. Now we're back to normal. You can see here, no change in level. Turning that on gives you some signal back. So that's that. And that is, my friends, the best way I've thought to show you exactly how cool this load knob is on this classic DI box. So hope you enjoyed it. All right, guys, thanks for checking out the video. In short, if you're looking for a DI box that goes above and beyond, something that's going to give you some creative control, something that's just not the run-of-the-mill DI box, then look no further. For the price, for the creative control, for the quality, for the aesthetic, I don't think there's a better option out there. And if you need a DI box, this is the one that you need to get. Thank you, and take care, and have a great day.